Well, let's see. It is afternoon. Good, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Davis Dynamics. I am in my garage, of course, where I feel the most comfortable when I'm working on my clubs. So, what I'm working on now, just to let you know, is I'm working on wedges. Um, so, we have to get to the point where I've had so many clients and so many students come and they ask me, or they might say, hey, you know what, I love my wedge, I love the way it feels, but it's just not stopping. When I'm chipping, it's not, the ball's not checking up, or it's not skidding and coming to a stop, or if I have to go over an obstacle. So say like, you have, maybe, yeah, no, let's just throw a number out. Say you have about, you know, 10 feet of rough that you have to get over just to get it onto the green, to get it rolling to the pin. Or if you just want to flop shot it, throw it all the way up, try to get as close to the pin as you can and get it to stop. Or if you're talented enough and you do it a lot and you do it repeatedly, you can throw the ball past the flag and have it yo-yo. Well, like they say on the golf channel, have it to suck back toward the flag. That's one of those beautiful shots that everybody loves to see, but sometimes it's just not worth it. It looks pretty, but it's not functional. Golf, once again, golf is a game that can't be beat. One day you're gonna go out there and you're gonna smoke the course. I don't care where you're playing. It could be your home course. It could be a course that you are a member at. It does not matter. I mean, I'm a witness. And matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to I didn't even post. I needed to post a score when I went out to play. I was supposed to post a score by midnight. I didn't even post my score because it was so bad. And I didn't get a chance to tell you. And I'm very, very candid about things. People think I always tell people I'm the ordinary golfer. The word professional is one of those words that put pressure on people. I'm an everyday golfer. I'm like everyone else. I think that I'm more of a range rat than anyone else. I practice on things that I think that I need to improve on. Things that are going great. If I go out to the range and I'm hitting my 7-iron solidly, I don't need to hit my 7-iron, 10 or 12 times. If I'm hitting it good 4 or 5 times, then I need to put it in the bag. It's okay. I don't need to tweak anything. I need to work on the clubs that I'm not hitting well, or I need to go to the area like the bunker. If I can't come out of the sand bunker properly, then that's where I need to spend most of my time. Last week I was in the sand bunker for about 3.5 hours. That's 2 buckets of balls, full buckets. And I played every bunker there was. I played different clubs. I went from my 52 down to my 54. I did my 64. And I also did my gap wedge, which was shocking. I actually can come out of the bunker with my gap wedge, and I can actually throw it up really, really high. So I learned something new, just by being in the bunker for 2.5 hours. So the thing is this: if you're going to go out and practice things that you're not good at. The things that you're good at, you don't need to reinforce that. It's already there. It's already ingrained in your muscle memory. It's already ingrained into your mind. You don't have to go out and keep smacking the same, hitting the same club over and over again, unless you're looking to work it and make different, changes. Make the shot go high, make the shot go low, turn it left to right, right to left. Even do things that you're not even, that people think that it's bad shots, but you know that you're trying to do it. If you're just say you're under a bush and you don't want to get that ball up in the air, but you want to get it rolling out, at a pretty good distance. Learn how to top the ball. Learn how to hit it on the bottom of the grooves. That will keep the ball down and it will make it knuckle and roll. Most people don't think about that, but that's what makes a all-around good golfer. The things that people don't think about. To be a great golfer, you have to have a great imagination. You can't just go up there and hit a standard shot every time and hope it's gonna react the same way. No. There's just 1,000,001 ways to play golf. So think about that next time you're on the range. If you see me out there on the range, please. I've actually had a couple of people call me up or email me and says, "Hey, I seen you on the range practicing. You had your earphones in. I didn't want to bother you. Please, please. I want to let everyone know that I'm not that type of person." Now, it comes to a situation where, if you can kind of get to the side of me, I don't quite like people tapping me on the back of the shoulder, because it's just one of those things where that's just ingrained in me in my training, and that's just part of the deal. But if you can get my attention, if I turn around or whatever and you're standing there waving, then yeah, I pull my earphones out. I love to talk to, people know I love to talk to people. I don't know if I even know a stranger. I just love to talk, especially about golf. So anyway, if you see me out on the range, please don't think that you just can't come up and talk to me. I love to to know about your game. I love to know every facet about your game. I love to know, what's the hard part about your game. I love to know if you're having issues, to see if I can help you out, or maybe we can schedule some lessons or anything like that. If not, if it's something that I can't help you with, I can always get you set up with my man Curtis, the club guy, and I can guarantee you between us two, we can definitely get you sorted out. Definitely. Okay. All right. Wedge time. All right. So, and I apologize for the lighting in the background. 100-watt bulbs, because I've been doing so much tedious work. I had to try to get some really bright bulbs, because this is starting to be tedious. So wedges. Okay, you can definitely, and I've heard people say, "Oh, I burnt my wedge out. I don't want to. I have to go buy a brand new wedge." Blah blah blah. No, you don't. You can actually retool your wedge. We call it retooling. Some people call it regrooving. I call it retooling because I retool my own wedges. Now, for me, there's a distinctive pattern. Since all these wedges are made out of different materials, you have certain number of times that you actually can retool them. So if you have a smaller face or something that has a lot of loft on it, say like your high toes, TaylorMade high toes, or your TaylorMade ATV grinds, I wouldn't retool them no more than 4 times, because now you're starting to hit the base level, and once you hit that base layer, it's not going to do any good. It's just going to make your ball knuckle, so it's not going to really spin. We want something that's going to really grab a hold of that ball and get that ball back spinning, so when it hits, it either zips back to flag, or when it hits, it stops dead. Even if you're around, even if you're around the greens and you're chipping, we want this ball to go, get it in the air, hit, roll, stop. Or if you just want to throw it to the flag, boom, jump, stop, boom. So this is what I'm working on now. Now, my gap wedge. Now this is my gap wedge. Usually I won't retool my gap wedge. The reason being is that that's just part of the actual set. So you don't really want to add, and you have to remember. And let me get this. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get this. First of all, let me just say this. Okay. I want to thank everyone for being so loyal to me. Honestly, follow my webpage. Following, I mean, I know I got a bunch of videos. I know I'm running slow. I got a bunch of videos I got to post on YouTube. Our YouTube page went up. Now it's been 7 days now. So believe me, I'm running a little slow because we're still doing our Davis Dynamics webpage. I'm still doing my Facebook page. We're still doing Instagram. And we're still trying to get our podcast going up. And of course, we just got our LLC from the Secretary of State. So we actually got our certificate. So we are officially a small business. It's just a minority business. I can say it's just, this was one of my goals. I wanted to own my own business, and now the state of North Carolina recognizes Davis Dynamics LLC as a business. So I am so happy. That's one of my other goals that I have reached. Of course, I'm still with TaylorMade. That's another goal. So I am just, I'm so happy. I'm happy. But there are days where golf can burn you out. So let's get back to the wedges though. Everyone does not need to retool their wedges. The reason I say that is if you do not hit your wedges, say you're looking to hit your 60 degree, say a nice smooth swing, your 60 degree. Say you're looking to hit your 60 degree, and let's give a realistic number because a lot of times is, and we hate to burst your bubble, and believe me, my bubble has been burst a lot of times. Believe me, when I start switching up different irons, sometimes the eyes don't see what the numbers, what you're looking at on the numbers. The eyes see what they want to see, but the numbers tell you a different story. But numbers don't lie. So sometimes we're thinking we're hitting our irons and drivers further than we really are, but we're not. And the ball plays a big difference in it also, of course, and also the weather. But we're going back to wedges. Now, remember, anytime you retool your wedges, you're going to get more spin. You're going to get more backspin. So what happens when you get more backspin? Well, the ball goes up in the air. It jumps up in the air quicker. What happens? It starts backspinning. That actually keeps it in the air. But while it's backspinning, it's not going forward. It's actually it's going forward, but it's going forward slowly, but it's climbing a mountain. So when it drops, it's dropping down at a steeper angle. So that's why when you see a ball come down at a steeper angle, you'll start to see it hit, maybe jump, and then all of a sudden it looks like it's sitting there spinning, like almost like a car sitting still, spinning tires. And then all of a sudden you'll see the ball will just pull back. You'll go up to your flag and you're like, oh my God, the ball hit right beside the flag, and look where it ended up, 7 feet down the hill, because it had too much spin on it. That's why I said, if you can control your spin rate, then yeah, most likely, go ahead, clean the grooves, retool them, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's not against the USGA rules. It's not against the RNA. The thing is this, now, like I said, you do have a certain depth. They do actually have a meter. Now, if you go too deep, yeah, you can go illegal, plain and simple, even the first time. So what I like to do is I like to just pull, I like to use the WD-40 with, I guess, a little bicycle chain lube, but you want something that's real nice and thin. I like WD-40 because it's a water displacement, so it's not gonna rust, because what we're doing is we're actually digging into the metal a little bit. And this right here is gonna give it a coating so it won't rust. But some of the high toes, the coppers, the more they rust, the better they are. The rust gives it a little bit more friction. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter what type of wedge you have. If you're playing like a Cleveland, Shrixon, well, those are a little bit more softer material, ping, softer material. So you might not want to, retool that. You might want to take it to your Club Pro, or maybe local Dick's Sporting Goods or Golf Galaxy. I mean, I don't know who else other than my buddy Curtis. Um, if he has time, give him a call. Let him take a look at your swing. Like I said, I'm not upset. I'm not because I thought this was in the past, but apparently it's not. And we're not going to get into the Dick's Sporting Goods episode because that should be way behind me by now, but apparently it's not. Apparently I still have people coming in there asking, hey, where's Jay at? How do I get in touch with Jay? Yeah, Jay no longer works at Dick's Sporting Goods. Jay has his own business now, so just to let you know, I'm no longer at Dick's Sporting Goods, no longer affiliated with Dick's Sporting Goods, no longer affiliated with Golf Galaxy. We have our own business, Davis Dynamics LLC. You can even look us up on Google. Just Google us. Like I said, you can YouTube the channel, Davis Dynamics. You can, you can find us anywhere, plain and simple. So now there's no reason. If your game is going awry, there's no reason why you can't reach out. We also can do analytics. And also we can analyze your swing. So you can always record your swing, send it to Davis Dynamics, and later on that night, I'm usually working late at night, I'll look at your swing, and what I do is I kind of draw lines on it and see what's actually going on with your swing, okay? So just to let you know, the Dick's Sporting Goods and the Golf Galaxy, that trilogy is over and done with. So just to let everyone know, and this is coming from me, coming from the horse's mouth, no longer affiliated with Dick's Sporting Goods. No longer affiliated with Golf Galaxy. This is Jay. Davis Dynamics has been doing very, very well on a standalone company. And we've been getting very, very high ratings versus what's been going on over at the Holly Springs store. And that came from someone who works there. So, not me. Someone who told me since I left how bad the department is. We're not going to get into that anyway. So, wedges. At least 2 times, okay? But if you feel that your wedges are fine, please, don't bother them. I always like to tell people, if you're swinging your golf clubs and you're hitting them the way you want to hit them, you're hitting them solid, don't mess with your swing. I don't care what your buddy says. I don't care what, your local pro says. If you're comfortable with your swing, you're comfortable with your grip, don't bother it. Just continue to play. Have the confidence and play golf the way it needs to be played. Okay? So, right here, this is my gap wedge. So like I said, I got a little WD-40 here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, instead of moving the camera, I'm going to slide this there. There you go. We can see the head, and I'm going to turn this around a bit. There you go. You should be able to see the face. There you go. You should be able to see the face there. So this is my gap wedge here. So a lot of times what I like to do is I just like to go ahead and spray it. I already cleaned it. So since it's such soft metal, and I apologize, I got my paint over there. I repainted my spider putter. I can't wait. It's beautiful. It's dry now. This thing is gonna be awesome. So anyway, so what I like to do is I'm not gonna really, because my gap wedge, this is my attack wedge. So I will run, I won't run it hard. I won't run the sharpener hard, but I'm gonna run it softly, just so I can kind of get down in there just a little bit to kind of roughen it up. Let me get my sharpener here. These sharpeners right here, you can buy these off of Amazon, eBay. I don't know I don't know if any pro shop sells them or whatever, but I know Amazon, eBay, and there's 4 different types. You have some that has the wheel where you can actually change the actual diamond cut pattern. If you want to cut it a little bit smaller, you can just put a little smaller blade on it, tighten it down. If you want to cut it bigger, and you just flip it over, take it, you can cut the thing a little bit bigger. So, but my main thing is this. The main thing is you want to keep it wet. I don't care what you do, you want to keep it wet. Okay? That's the main thing. You never want it to dry up on you. So, here, I'm just like I said, I'm gonna get here so you can see this. This is the sharp part of it right here, just the tip. Let's see, I'm going to actually just kind of flip it. See it? That right there. And let me remind you, this thing is very sharp. This thing is almost as sharp as a blade. Seriously, no joke. This thing will actually cut your skin. So as you can see, I'm just doing it nice and lightly. I'm putting a little pressure on it just so, you want to put a little pressure on it just so it won't jump out of the groove. Because you still want your club looking good. You don't want lines all over it. But the times that it jumps out of the grooves is when you can start to feel it get dry. Now we do know that it's WD-40. WD-40 is definitely, let me see if we can move the camera because I want to make sure I stay in the frame here. Excuse me, y'all. And sorry, Mama, that's not much gray hair. I know I need to shave. So anyway, yeah, my mama's always watching it, y'all. Yeah, listen. I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy. I'm the prodigal son. And she doesn't like me being on video with gray hair all over the place. She says, "You're a businessman now. Let's get this thing shaved down now." So, see, Mama, I don't have that much gray hair. It's in the garage. So anyway, getting back to here, like I said, we know that we can still see. We can still see the bubbles from the WD-40, but we don't want to do it really hard. We don't. In matter of fact, to tell you the truth, you don't even have to. It's totally up to you. I mean, this is something that you have to deal with. No one else. This is your store. You're going to figure out what are these wedges going to do to my ball. What is this wedge going to do to my ball flight? Is it going to, I've been hitting my 60-degree wedge 70 yards if I really need to step on one. But now all of a sudden now my 70-yard club has dropped down. My wedge has now dropped down to 60 yards. And I'm hitting it the same thing. Well, it's because you made the grooves a little bit deeper. That's because now the friction is grabbing the ball. That's because now it's launching higher. And when it launches higher, it's spinning and it's coming down steeper. It's not moving forward, it's going up. So yes, you're gonna, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's just science. But no one says that you have to retool. You don't have to. If you are hitting, as you hit your wedges, you actually tend to burn down the grooves. Okay, and this is actually, I can give you a drill if you don't believe me. Okay, you've seen people who've had wedges passed down from generation to generation. You look at the end, you look at the actual face, and the face is burnt out. It's flat. I mean, it's almost like you can rub your hands across it, you can't even feel any of the grooves. Well, that means it's not spinning as much. It's not giving you the performance that it really does. It really does need. So, what you do is, this is a great drill, and like I said, I can prove it to you that you're going to hit it longer. Now, get you one of your wedges. Okay, I know it's going to sound a little funny, but if you have a brand new wedge, or you have a wedge that has nice grooves on it, go ahead and hit your shot. Go ahead and just hit you a nice shot, hit you a couple shots. Hit one where you know, I smoked that one. I got it all. I know exactly where it landed and all that. Now, are we doing simulating? Get you some, water, a little dirt and smear it all over the face. Go ahead and put that dirt in those grooves. Make sure those grooves are packed full of dirt, and then hit a golf ball and see how it reacts. I guarantee you, the grooves that are full of dirt, the ball's gonna go further. Reason being is it's not spinning, it's knuckling. So when it hits, it's not gonna hit and spin, it's gonna hit and run out. So that's just one of those things. Like I said, everybody doesn't need to retool their wedges. If you're good enough to play your wedges around the greens, you're good enough to play your wedges going into, 110 yards to 125, maybe even 150. Then please do. You know your capability. But like I said, for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. So sometimes when people retool their wedges, they make their game worse than better. So thank you for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. Thank you for tuning in. This is like a very, very small excerpt here about wedges. I got 4 more wedges to retool over here because I switch up my golf bag depending on what golf course I'm going to, and I change up my different wedges. But I'm one of the guys who I like to hit it past the flag and I like to bring it back. I always look to be below the hole. So, but anyway. Thank you for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. Thanks for all the love and support. Thank you. Can't thank you enough. This is my wife currently coming out. Anyway, so this off my train of thought. Wife was just about to get something out of the carpet. Yeah. Thank you for all the love and support with Davis Dynamics. Like I said, we got our Facebook channel up. Go to Facebook. Just type in Davis Dynamics. I'm getting more videos put up. We've got some videos that's going to be put up on Davis Dynamics website. Had a wonderful lesson the other day. Had a client that just bought all sim TaylorMade stuff. Thank you. We're still doing TaylorMade. TaylorMade still rocks. So yes, thank you. I thank you still. I'm always still going to be thanking the TaylorMade staff for allowing me to be on there. Be one of the professionals on their staff. It's just, like I said, it's a blessing. Thank you for the family, friends. Thank you for all the love, support, FB friends. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, you know how to reach us. If you can't get to me, you can get to my wife on her cell phone. Usually she's going to pick up before I am. I might be on the range. My phone might be in my bag because, I'm putting in work. So, but anyway, like I said, if you need anything, reach out. We can do fittings now. Matter of fact, just check out the website. We do everything that any other custom store that can do, or any sports store can do. Matter of fact, we can do more now because we have new technology. We have the club guy, Curtis, that has the Sky Tracks that will give you every piece of information that you need, more than just a foresight that will give you. I have my launch monitor with my notebook that will actually give me more of how you're swinging. We also have our 3D monitor that can actually look at your body moving in 3D motion and all this. Technology rules. And then sometimes some of the stores, they have to kind of watch it because they don't want to go over their budget, because if they're not selling enough clubs, then guess what? But what we're doing is we're trying to bring more people into the game of golf, and we're using technology to make it a whole lot easier and a whole lot fun for people to come out there and play more golf and hit the ball a long way and have a great time. So, thanks once again. Like I said, I can't thank enough people, but I am going to thank the ones that I can. Curtis, thank you so much, brother. Everything that you've done. Thank you for waiting and being so patient. You're almost like you're clairvoyant. You already knew that I wasn't going to stay at Dick's. Apparently, you just, it's a blessing. So thank you for, brother, waiting on me and bringing me in as your partner. Nice play. Thank you for extending me all this courtesy to go out and do my lessons there, and just, it's like a second home to me. I want to thank TaylorMade, of course. about it. How can I not thank TaylorMade for what they've been doing? I mean, all my new stuff, all my new equipment, all my new putters, golf balls, I can't thank them enough. And it was really nice to know that my rep said, guess what? You're separate from that sports store, so this contract has nothing to do with that store. So that's in your rearview mirror. Look forward. This is TaylorMade's time right here. So thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for believing me. Thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody else. Derek, I'm still going to thank you too. Thank you for Callaway. Like I said, I have to thank Callaway. They gave me the stepping stone, so thank you so much. Thank you, TrackMan, for believing in me and letting me get into the class and letting me be certified 1, 2, and 3. We don't have a lot of certifications. A lot of people around here who are certified TrackMan 1, 2, and 3, but guess what? You're looking at one of them. And certified in majority of all the golf manufacturers except for PXG. So, and Mirror Golf, excuse me, except Mirror Golf. But anyway, like I said, golf is like everything else. Golf is like life. We got to have fun. We got to have ups and downs, but we got to be able to fight our way through it. And plain and simple, go out and do me one favor. I always ask y'all to do me one favor, and I always ask this favor because guess what? It's so easy, and it doesn't cost you nothing. Go out and make somebody smile. You know why? It doesn't cost you a thing. Not a thing. So now let's get these, I'm going to get these wedges dialed in here because guess what? It's time for Jay to go below. And he's going to start shooting at more flags now. Thanks for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. If you have any questions or if you go ahead and record your swing or something and wants to take a look at it, to analyze it, shoot it to the email at Davis Dynamics. We'll take a look at it and we'll see if we can help you out. If not, we'll go ahead and schedule you for some lessons and we'll get you on the right track. If your clubs need to be doctored on, like if the swing weight needs to be altered, or if your loft and lie needs to be bent, or if you just need some type of other direction that I cannot give you, then guess what? My buddy Curtis, down the golf guy, the club guy, would definitely take care of you. He's definitely take care of me. All my stuff is tour specs. And I tell you what, he knows his stuff. 20 years of experience, I tell you, he knows his stuff. So check him out. Check him out. Because if you go to one of these other sports stores, they might say, hey, yeah, swing it 5 times. Yeah, it looks good on that. You got good numbers, blah, blah, blah. But what about this? So believe me, there's a lot more that goes into just swinging it 5 times. We have super technology that most people don't know anything about. But once you find out about it, you're like, oh my God, this is crazy. But anyway, once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the support, love, support. I am so pumped. Thank you. Because I felt that I was being knocked down, but guess what? I wasn't. I had to pull myself up by my own bootstraps. And I tell you what, I am having a great time. And guess what? Davis Dynamics is taking off. And we're meeting our goals, and guess what? We're going to meet some more. And I'm telling you, it's just going to get bigger and better. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great Sunday. Bye now.